This is KUGAN CASSIUS for IFL TV in association with MTK Global. We're at Workout Media Day for the Welsh legend that is Joe Cordina.
Soon to be Welsh legend. Obviously, I got a long way to go, yeah.
It's a very humble response. How are you, Joe? You're Joseph, aren't you, really?
Joseph, Joe, call me whatever you want. Joey, Joseph, yeah, but my birth certificate. You know what I mean?
You're on the Lomachenko Campbell card next week against your fellow Welshman, Gwynne. What can you tell us about Gwynne? 11-0, one stoppage, but what can you tell us about him?
Obviously, we were in the same gym for a while, but when I was on the GB setup, I was away most of the week. So when I was coming back on the weekends, I maybe do one session on the weekend with in St. Joe's when majority of the time he wasn't there. So we didn't really cross paths too much. But yeah, I know he's 6 foot, he's tall, big, just keeps coming forward, fit. Yeah, that's all I can really say.
British done, Commonwealth done. How many more fights at this level before you kind of push on to possibly even European level?
I wanted to fight Patera for this fight, but obviously they wanted me to have another fight for some reason, and then we go for European. But obviously now Gwynne was penciled in, so I can't look past him. I gotta get him out the way first, and then we go from there. But my focus is on next Saturday.
It is important, kind of, as you're starting off your career, that the right fight's the time for you. We've seen in cases with your stablemate Ted Cheeseman and also Lewis Ritson, when they've gone to European level, perhaps they've fallen short, not being ready, etc., etc. So it's important to kind of have the right fights at the right time.
Yeah, of course. You can't take them steps where you haven't sort of tested yourself yet. But I believe with my amateur experience, I know it's completely different to pro boxing, but with that it gives me a little edge on like the likes of Lewis Ritson. Obviously he's a very good fighter, strong, fit, and but I think he lacked in the experience of being around the international scene as an amateur. Ted, same way, he was quite experienced but not at a senior level. So for me, yeah, it's for me, you have to, like you said, you have to take the right steps at the right time and don't look too far ahead.
Obviously, the card next week is headlined by Lomachenko and Luke Campbell. What chance do you give Luke Campbell in this fight against Lomachenko, Joe?
For me, Lomachenko's the pound-for-pound best in the world. You've got Luke Campbell, he has all the attributes to beat Lomachenko, but it's whether he can sort of be switched on for the full 12 rounds and take himself to the next level, which is needed to beat Lomachenko. But for me, I got to stick with Lomachenko for myself to get a good win.
It's a great card, and it's great to have Lomachenko obviously fighting in the UK for the first time as well. And listen, take nothing away from Luke Campbell because he's game, and like I said, we've seen obviously with people like Anthony Crolla, who again fell short. But a huge opportunity for him, and he's not going to have the attitude that he's got nothing to lose because he's all going in there believing that he's going to win that fight.
I think he has, like I said, he has all the attributes to beat him. It's just whether he can take himself to that next level, which is needed. Like you said, he's game, he's experienced, he's earned his shot at a world title. So for me, obviously, he fell short with Linares, but second time around, hopefully he can get that right. But listen, I wish him all the best, but for me, if you ask me who would win, I just have to go with, and be truthful, I'd say Lomachenko.
We know you're close with Anthony Joshua. His fight with Andy Ruiz has now been announced for Saudi Arabia. What's your thoughts on that? Have you spoken to Anthony Joshua, Joe?
Yeah, it wasn't too much about why it's over there, but I just, he commented on one of my videos, and then we just started chatting about something. I just said, like, congratulations on getting a rematch. Like, I'm buzzing for him. Just get them belts back because we all need him to. Yeah, not saying now we can't get belts ourselves, but obviously he's brought British boxing back to a new height in the recent years. So for me, he needs to get them belts back.
A lot of people have had their opinions about the fight taking place in Saudi Arabia. It's kind of a new territory. We know that Callum Smith and George Groves fought there, and obviously Amir Khan has recently fought there. But what is your thoughts on that fight taking place over in Saudi Arabia?
It's something new, something different. But obviously, I've boxed in Qatar, which is not too far away. So I know the atmosphere ain't gonna be that good. They sit on some big chairs, like you sit in a cinema, and every time a shot's, they clap. That's as much as it gets. There's no real shouting or shouting for like sort of one side or the other. But yeah, it's different, isn't it? It's a new experience.
Obviously, the people out there saying that, you know, Joshua's kind of not cashing out, but kind of going with the money ahead of possibly having that fight here. But this game is, say game, it's not a game, but this sport is very tough. It is a business at the end of the day.
It's a business, and the thing is, although, you've got to please the fans because they're the ones that putting money in your pocket, really, buying the pay-per-view, the box office. So, yeah, you sort of have to sort of please them at the same time, but obviously you've got to think of number one, and it's yourself at the start. Boxing's a lonely sport, and you're getting a ring on your own, so you have to make them decisions yourself. And if it's big money, which I'm sure it is, yeah, listen, I'd be doing the same thing. So, yeah.
No, absolutely. All right, Joe, I think John Denon is waiting to speak to you, and John Denon's renowned for making me feel uncomfortable in these situations.
Yeah, he's standing there, stiff back, just looking at me, and then looking at you.
Johnny, you all right? He's okay. He's all right.
Yeah, he's cool.
Thank you very much for talking to IFL TV. We'll definitely catch up with you, obviously, next week. Huge show, August 31st at the O2. If you're not coming, I think it's sold out anyway, so if you ain't got a ticket, you're pretty screwed.
Yeah, enough. So people have been asking me all day for tickets. I said, nah, you should have got it the first time I put it up. So, fuck them.
I tell people, I say to them when the fight's announced, if you want tickets, tell me now. Then it gets 2 weeks before the fight, and it's like... Yeah.
And that's exactly what I do. I put it out. I put it probably 3-4 times a week for about 3 weeks, and then that's it. I don't take no more orders then you got some of the people that are last minute. Like I had someone yesterday, got 4 ringsides for me. 4 ringsides, yeah.
Yeah, they're on their way, mate.
I'm at my house. Yeah.
By the way, this is not some sort of ticket touting service that me and Joe run. It's just we can speak to people at Matchroom or wherever to help them get tickets, shall we say.
Yeah, of course.
Joe, thank you very much, and we'll catch up with you soon. Top man.